just want to say congratulations to the American citizens. We had a huge win last night. I just got word this morning about it. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about a certain amount of U.S. politicians, people that we elected, were trying to sell in between 2 and 3 million acres of public land. That's land that's ours, the American citizen. That's my land. That's your land. That's land that Theodore Roosevelt set aside for people like us to enjoy and to do as we please on it. Now, what was happening is they wanted to sell between 2 and 3 million acres of public land for affordable housing. That would have affected a lot of people. And we got loud about it. I'm way late to this party, but we got loud about it. And I got word last night that we're going to pack this into the big, beautiful bill, and it got pushed out. They dropped it. But I don't think this is over. From my understanding, this has been going on for the better part of a decade, 10 years. And so I'm sure it's going to pop up again, even though the majority of the American people that I know, I've seen poll after poll that says we do not want our land sold. And so I want to say thank you to a couple people that were way ahead of me on this. And I have a tremendous amount of respect for people that get loud on certain issues, because there's a lot of fear that comes with that. And so I want to say thank you to Cameron Haynes, to the guys over at Meat Eater, Jocko Willink, Joe Rogan, Senator Tim Sheehy, and most of all, Braxton McCoy, who had the balls to come on my show and talk about this. You know, I'm thanking them because when you do this, when you go up against and speak for the people and talk about what you believe in that isn't in the government's agenda, you carry a ungodly amount of stress, a tremendous amount of fear. I mean, what you're going up against is a corrupt establishment, and it's sad. But they pulled it out of the bill. But like I said, it's probably not over. Crazy, right? You know, I hate to say this, but the U.S. Capitol and the majority of D.C. has turned into the world's most elite, expensive brothel. And they're always open for business so long as it benefits them, the ones sitting in office. And it's disgusting. And I hate what our country has turned into with this. It was never supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be you represent the people that elected you. And time again, I don't feel like that's happening. It's disgusting. We need a third party. I mean, when you speak out, this is why I want to thank these guys. Because when you speak out, you're going up against people who a couple of years ago, before they were elected, probably didn't have much. The majority of them didn't have much. And time again, we see elected officials, and after a couple of years, they're millionaires. And after a couple more years, they're worth hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars on a salary that supposedly only pays about $200,000 a year. Now, how does that happen? Well, that's why I say it's become the most elite, most expensive brothel in the world. Not only that, you're going up against a corrupt government that would potentially target you, put you in prison, have the IRS audit you, make up rumors about you, hire PR firms to dig into your background and find every little mistake that you've made just to push their agenda so that they can get paid off. And it's disgusting. It is disgusting. We need a third party. You know, I fell into the trap of, it's Republicans versus Democrats. Man, I know we have a lot of differences, but this is one thing that everybody came together on, and look what happened. We at least postponed it. Like I said, I don't think it's over. We really need to think about putting a third party together because this shit is not working. And I want to leave you with a quote. Might not be exact, but for evil to prevail, all that needs to happen is for good men to do nothing. And so try to get past the fear, the intimidation, the corruption, and just do what's right, man, because I've got kids, you've got kids. This is the future of our country. And if people don't speak up, the country's going to look a lot different sooner than later. We're still releasing the Braxton McCoy interview. And Braxton, man, kudos to you, man, for having the courage to come on my show and educate us on what's going on. I know there's a tremendous amount of fear. I feel it too, man. But thank you, and thank you to everybody else that I just mentioned. Cheers.